New breed, global truth. Hey, shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Make sure everything working right. Mic check, mic check. Put a one in the chat if everything is streaming seamlessly, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about these wildfires taking place in Hawaii. I'm going to tell y'all why this is happening, all right? I'm going to break this down to you like you're not hearing on social media right now. It's just a lot of people in shock to what's taking place, but I need you brothers and sisters to understand that there's an agenda behind these wildfires. And we're going to talk about that. I see brothers and sisters rolling in. Poetry pointers in the building. Who's that girl? K4, Anthony, Jalen. Y'all know what to do. Pound the like button on your way in. I want to apologize for my absence these last couple of days. I've been taking care of some business, but I'm back to you all with another broadcast. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, these Hawaiian wildfires are more than likely a product of HAARP weather modification. And, you know, a lot of this is going to be attributed to global warming. And we're going to talk about this because this affects everyone. You know, people see what's going on over there in Hawaii and people are like, oh, that's messed up. You know, man, I've seen people narrowly escaping with their lives. I've seen bodies laying in the streets out there. It's really bad for those who haven't been following what's going on within the last few days. The death tolls have been rising, and the world is not really talking about this, and it's global news. And some of the areas that it hit, they're actually tourist places. They're tourist spots. So I'm going to show y'all the news brief, and then I'm going to chime in. I now have a new service provider over here, so we shouldn't have any issues. Hold on one moment, and let's talk about it.
Jesus, please help us.
This morning, as new videos show the inferno that engulfed Lahaina and how residents spent hours in the ocean to survive, anger is growing. How did the nation's deadliest wildfire happen with no warning?
Did you get any type of alert?
No.
73-year-old Elizabeth Kahani, a grandmother, says
No.
she was so scared when she escaped.
Let me let you brothers and sisters know something. You see that woman that you see on your screen? You're looking at an Israelite. You're looking at one of Yah's chosen people. And I'm talking about far as ethnic background. You're looking at our people. And y'all got to understand that there's always been strategic attacks on our people. And the reason why these things happen without warning is because it's warfare. It's warfare going on in the earth. That's what I need brothers and sisters to understand. It's warfare. And these are Aboriginal people. These are Aboriginal people, our people. And without warning, nobody got any type of wet weather warning, nothing. You got to understand, fire has to travel. So at some point, the news should be able to pick up on the fact that there is a wildfire coming into a local community, coming into areas where it's going to affect people. They can warn the people. You got some people making deals with the devil. And this, to me, this screams corruption. On all levels, I see corruption. You know, a lot of people want to deal with Babylon, shake hands with Babylon for the rudiments of this world, and they're willing to jeopardize their own people. And that's just personally what I see in this situation, but it's more to it. It's more than meets the eye. because this goes into a few agendas, right? But allow us to continue.
She didn't realize her face and arm were burned. Firefighters rescued her, treating her wounds, but her brother, Rodolfo Rocutan, is still missing. She's pleading for any word from him.
I'm so worried about everybody. Hopefully, you're still alive.
The search for the missing and dead is just getting started. Canine cadaver dogs arriving over the weekend and police announcing just 3% of Lahaina has been searched.
Are you saying we're just at the beginning of this disaster?
So for the first few days, we had done searches in the streets and the cars that were in the area, but we couldn't enter any structures.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, you're dealing with the tribe of Naphtali. Those Hawaiians over there are from the tribe of Naphtali, written of in the scriptures. All right? Out of the 12 tribes of Israel, that's who they are. And the people, look, all you brothers and sisters who are melanated, who have, a certain texture of skin, as well as people who bear witness to the truth, bear witness to the holy word, the Bible. You got to understand, you may not know who you are. You may live in a land and say, I'm Hawaiian. No, you're not Hawaiian. That's just where you live. You got to understand, you are the biblical Israelites. You may not know who you are, but they know who you are. They been knew who you were. And it's just crazy how there was a specific people that seem to be that have been targeted in this whole situation. Seriously. All right, let's continue.
I know everybody, what's that final number? It's
Yeah,
going to take us a while.
I mean, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's Hawaii. Wow, man. That looks like something post-apocalyptic. That looks like a third world country, man. It looks like something after the world has got hit with a nuke.
To get there.
More than 2,700 structures have been destroyed, most of them home.
Yeah, it does look like something out of Book of Eli.
Residents desperate to get back.
They're not moving fast enough.
Yeah, they're not.
It's been.
They're not moving fast enough. You see those people? Tribe of Naphtali. They're not moving fast enough. Ladies and gentlemen, do this sound familiar? This sound a lot like Hurricane Katrina to me. This sound a lot like a lot of situations where our people, and I'm talking about the melanated Aboriginal Israelite people, were in situations where they were in dire need of assistance, and they're just taking too long. Nobody's coming to help. Nobody's coming to help. Let me tell you something. There's a few agendas that this goes into. I don't know if you ladies and gentlemen have been hearing within the last 2 years about climate change. Climate change. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what this is about. All the global world forums, they've been talking about climate change. These fires, they're going to find a way to usher in changes on society, and it's going to affect everybody. And they're going to blame it on climate change. But in order to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, they have to test these things, these attacks, these tactics in certain areas in order to push it on the world stage. Hey, we get fires here, fires there. You got the Canadian wildfires that somehow affected New York more than anything. Canadian wildfires affected New York more than Canada. So we got to roll these things out, right? And then we're going to have they've been having these world forums about climate change where they can start to give you nothing but smart cars. They're going to be talking about saving on fuel. These talking points you're going to see in the next 2, 3, 4 years, where they can usher you into having nothing but electric vehicles. The green initiative plan that Joe Biden came out with, this is a way of getting that on the table. Listen, there has to be sacrifices. There has to be blood sacrifices in Satan's kingdom. So in order to roll these things out, they have to sacrifice certain people in certain places to push their initiatives on the people. That's what's happening. And we're going to prove that, because there's another news source that, if you're listening, if you have eyes to see and the ears to hear, they're going to tell you in a news brief about climate change. And the way they're going to tell you is almost a way of programming and letting you know what the agenda is. I'm telling you. All right, let's see.
Too long. It's been 6 days.
The King family lost their home, their kids rescued by their friend and neighbor, Rafa Ochoa. They are all staying together with friends, 3 families under one roof, and he's angry at local leaders.
Where were you guys?
You should be angry at local leaders, because the local leaders are more than likely responsible. Listen, let me tell you, it be your own people, bro. It be your own people. Don't you realize if our people would stop shaking hands with these Idumean, draconian, demonic, reptilian, racist, bigoted, wealthy, destructive conquerors? You know, the Roman Empire, the Jesuits. Don't you know if our people would stop shaking hands and rubbing shoulders with these people? Don't you know that everywhere we live would be prosperous? Everywhere our people migrate, everywhere our people establish would be prosperous. We don't need Roman influence. We don't need the influence of these conquerors, bro. You don't need them. But I guarantee, because people like that tourist money, I guarantee that world leaders have been pressured. And I guarantee the local leaders are complacent. Which goes to show that even people who living in paradise, man, Hawaiians, the tribe of Naphtali, which I was going to go to Hawaii very soon, bro. I was going to go there very soon and touch bases with my people out there. But the people out there, even though they may be living in paradise and straight beauty, they still got to endure this Roman persecution, this reign of terror that these individuals been on. Only Christ can set us free, y'all. Seriously, only the Messiah can set us free, man. That's why you got to get into them scriptures and get plugged in. All my people from out Hawaii, listen, if you from there, if you are Aboriginal of the land, share this video with these brothers and sisters, because this is going to take them praying and understanding who they are. Y'all the tribe of Naphtali. And you don't need people coming into your land disturbing, because that's what's happening. You need to be sitting up with these leaders, these local leaders, and the leaders of your country, and getting answers. Seriously.
No. Where were you guys to try and get us out, evacuate us? No. We're mad. We're mad. No, we didn't just lose our homes. We lost our town.
The cause of the blaze is still under investigation. Videos shot from the water show both how bad the fire was, but also how strong the wind was blowing.
We're in the ocean.
19-year-old Noah Tompkinson and his 13-year-old brother Milo spent hours in the water, along with their mother, escaping the flames.
It's all right.
At one point, their mother started to get cold.
We kind of like all huddled around her and just wanted to like keep her warm. Has your mom talked to you guys and thanked you for being by her side? We didn't save her. She also saved us. If any of us were alone, I don't know if we would have made it.
White smoke starting to come, which means.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's sad, man. That's sad, but I'm telling you, it has an agenda to it, and it's all about climate change. I'm gonna go to another news source, and I want everybody to share this video everywhere. I'm gonna go to another news source here. because I see what the agenda is really about. I can see this. I can see this very clearly what's taking place, y'all. For real. It's all about climate change. That's what it's all about.
Deadly wildfires in Hawaii. At least 55 people have been killed in the fires.
Another 55 people. Y'all hear this, ladies and gentlemen? At least 55 people have been killed in the wildfire. Now I want y'all to stop for a second. This goes into the 50-50-50 theory. Let me break this down to y'all, because I don't think people understand what's going on in society right now. And I don't want to go too deep over people's heads, but we're coming to a screeching halt to another Pentecost in this world. You had the 50th anniversary of hip hop. You had Magoo, you know, Timberland's right-hand man, famous Timberland, you know, the producer coming out of Virginia. Magoo died at 50 years old. And I got word that people saying it was a heart attack. I got some people from back at home to like let me know what the cause of death was. People saying it was a heart attack. And nowadays they got frequencies that they can send your way they can force heart attacks now. Especially if you got the you know what. They can literally force heart attacks on people now. They can send out radio waves and that's it. Heart shut down. Boom. Then on top of that, you got 50 Cent. 50 Cent on his last tour called The Final Lap. Stop believing in coincidences. And now they're telling you that the death tolls in Hawaii is 55. Don't listen, let me tell you something. If you believe in coincidences, if you believe in that I'm just some kind of conspiracy theorist, you just clearly can't see. What's going on right now is the end of a Pentecost. They're ushering in a new era. All right. Just like in the Bible, you had the Holy Day of Pentecost, where we would basically get the Holy Spirit. They have Satanic Pentecost as well, where they operate on this 5 numerology. You've been seeing that a lot lately because they're ushering in their new era. That's what's happening right now. So that's what's going on. It's all about the numbers. And they put these things right in your face. Look, and you see what they put out there? Look at the news. It says climate change fueling Maui's deadly wildfires. Climate change, ladies and gentlemen. So they're telling you that climate change fueled these fires. How many people believe global warming is real? By show of ones, let me see what type of audience I have in here. By show of ones in my chat, how many people believe global warming is real? By show of twos, how many people believe that global warming is a farce, it's nonsense, it's just something that they created? I'm glad I have very intelligent people in my chat. There's a lot of twos, and I'm happy to see those twos. You know why? Because global warming is straight up. I mean, it's bullshit. All right, straight up. It's nonsense. It's nonsensical. It's no way the sun is just creating fires like that. That's not what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. There's a culprit who's setting these fires. There's somebody involved. When you understand the corruption that takes place in this world, you get it. That there's people who sit around the round table and they plot and figure out ways how they can gentrify. That's one reason they do certain things. They use catastrophes to gentrify, and they use them to push their narratives. It's problem, reaction, solution. Here you have this wildfire here. This is a problem. We're getting fires everywhere. Then they're going to tell you it's climate change. Everybody reacts to it. Oh, it's a fire. It was devastating. It was crushing. I can't believe what happened. And then guess what? They come with the solution. All right. Well, the solution is y'all stop using gas. Everything got to be electric cars from here on out. Oh, that green initiative plan that Joe Biden signed, you know, that makes no sense, really. It's just a way of making it so they can control everything, because ultimately when people are driving these electric cars, that gives technology and the disembodied spirits of technology, the AI, control over you pretty much, because the AI is going to be driving your car for you. That's their way of taking away freedom. Every time one of these catastrophes happen, it's a way of taking away people's freedom. Understand that. Climate change fueling Maui's deadly wildfires. I don't believe that at all. Show me scientific proof. I need a graph. You know, they don't show you nothing. Show me a graph. Show me scientific proof and evidence that global warming or climate change caused that in that town of people. I'm gonna need to see some receipts. But let's go.
And that number is expected to keep rising. The fire started burning earlier this week, and experts say that climate change is no doubt.
Who the hell is these experts? Who the experts? Bill, I ain't gonna say his name. Is it Billy? Who's the experts they talking about? Show us these experts. Why they don't have them on the news broadcast to explain how the hell climate change ruined these people's lives? And show me evidence.
Partially to blame. Why is
partially to blame? Climate change partially to blame. Huh, wow, they some tricky devils, ain't they?
It's defined by its lush vegetation, but in the last few weeks, the island of Maui has been unusually dry. According to the U.S. Drought Monitor, almost 16% of the island is in what is considered a severe drought right now. That's caused by a significant drop in rainfall. Hawaii first started experiencing long-term declines in average annual rainfall decades ago, which experts believe is caused in part by rising global temperatures. Joining us now, climate reporter for The Messenger, Dave Levitin.
Okay, let's get it.
Dave, good to see you again. So let's talk about the role that climate change appears to have played here in Hawaii in terms of the conditions on the ground. We mentioned the drought, but also the hurricane that came through. Give us a sense as to what happened.
All right, let's go.
Well, thanks very much for having me. So yeah, there's a few things that are at work here that climate change is at least partially, a part of. One, as you said, the declining rainfall is obviously a big issue here, and that is at least partially related to clouds getting thinner as temperatures rise, which of course is related to the changing climate. Thinner clouds means less precipitation, means you have more likely chance for drier conditions that we have seen in Maui recently. Then obviously hurricanes as well are sort of getting juiced a little bit by warmer.
What do hurricanes have to do with wildfires? What do a hurricane and a wildfire have in common except that y'all using weather modification? What do a hurricane and a wildfire have in common? Why does he keep saying hurricanes? It just doesn't make any sense. I tell you what they have in common. They're both a product of HAARP. That's what they have in common. How many of y'all remember this? That's in the sky. That looked like something off a note. It also looked like something else, if y'all fellas know what I mean. That looked like something off a note. But this is what's forming. These are the type of bizarre clouds that's forming in the sky. So we know they got some strange technology going on where it's forming these strange clouds. And we know that they have the ability to make it rain. Let's say hypothetically, God said, I'm not going to rain over here, and I'm going to make it so dry that there's just going to be a fire. It's so dry outside, it's just going to be a fire. Then why they didn't use their weather to make it rain if they can see it coming? I'm telling you, y'all. Yeah, exactly. Don't you know they actually make clouds? They have cloud making machines. They have people who work in facilities that make clouds. This is a fact. But peep this.
Ocean temperatures. So the hurricane that is actually hundreds of miles away, but is probably fanning the flames, is
a hurricane that's hundreds of miles away. This is their logic, man. I swear they could tell the people anything. A hurricane that's hundreds of miles away are fueling a fire that was started because it was too dry outside. That's what we're saying. Let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all are walking around with wet clothes on right now? Nobody? Nobody is walking around with wet clothes right now. Has anybody just spontaneously combusted because their clothes were dry? How many of y'all's carpet is wet in y'all house? You see how these damn Idumeans can tell us anything? How many people's carpet is wet in their house? Anything to hide their deeds. I'm telling you, they shaking hands with certain people. Whoever Hawaiians leaders were, they were used to push climate change, bro. They were used. I'm gonna tell y'all Hawaiians right now, somebody over there that sold out. Somebody over there that sold your people out. Somebody over there got a big ass paycheck. Those men in black came over there and they paid your land a visit. And they sat down with somebody. And somebody agreed to push the agenda. Somebody came over there. I don't know who it was, but somebody was over there.
Also, of course, related to the changing climate. Basically, everything that we're seeing is happening in a changed world. So the baselines are just sort of shifted, and that means that you're much more likely to get these, very dry, very dangerous conditions that we have seen to create these, as you said, absolutely horrific fires.
And the speed of this fire is hard to even fathom, to overtaking people in just minutes in their homes, their cars. Some folks even trying to jump into the ocean to escape. Truly, truly terrible. But Dave, we're not just seeing the effects of climate change in Hawaii, of course. We've seen it all summer long here on the mainland. The South has been dealing with record-breaking heat.
See, there you go. Problem, reaction, solution. You, ladies and gentlemen, y'all see what's going on, right? Y'all see what they doing. I know I can see it. Thank you for the 10. Says, I just left Hawaii after moving there during the pandemic. The Hawaiians are oblivious to the ways of their captors, like us, Yasharel. The government of Hawaii already sold the people out, and this is just the beginning. Wow, wow, wow. And see, that's why I find it necessary to make this video, because, a lot of times when you live in a place that's paradise, you don't really see the oppression that you're in, because it's masked and cloaked in beauty. And since it's so beautiful there, you don't understand that there's people in leadership that are getting big paychecks to keep you in this disillusioned state of mind, not knowing that there are people who are envious of your land, they're envious of your people. And there's people who are just here to attempt to destroy the Israelites altogether. So they're going to do whatever they can do to push their agendas. I'm telling you, man, it's real out here. Y'all got to know that you're in a war. Let's go.
And of course, there's study after study that suggests the planet has never been hotter than right now. Tell us more.
Bull, that's bull. The planet had, listen, it's nothing new under the sun, ladies and gentlemen. These people are lying to you. These people are lying to you, claiming that the planet has never been hotter. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember back in 2002, we had 110 degree weather. Back in the 90s, we had 110 degree weather. Back in the 80s, there's people who tell you there's been days where it's 105 degrees, 108, 9 degrees. Listen, these people are liars, y'all. Listen, the Bible says that they are the prince of the airwaves, that they will push deceit. Ye of your father, the devil. You abode not in truth. Every time you see these talking heads moving, they're lying to you, man. They're lying to you. But people will listen to the news more than they will listen to the men of Yah. These people are lying. Talking about the world has never been hotter. That's bullish, people. It's nonsense, all right? Let's go.
So yeah, July, the month of July was the hottest recorded month in human history, and
that's a lie.
Likely the hottest month in tens or even hundreds of thousands of years.
10 and hundreds of thousands of years. Listen, prove that the world is tens and hundreds and thousands of years old. This world is not even hundreds and thousands of years old. This world as we know it ain't 100,000 years old. If you following the scriptures, no, it's not true. This world may be 5,000 to 6,000 years old. At best, this world is 5,000 to 6,000 years old at best. Not no hundreds and thousands and millions of years old. That's a lot. These people don't read the Bible, man.
And that's because July is the warmest month of the year, and this was the warmest July that we have ever seen. And that has manifested in heat waves in a number of places, including, of course, across much of the southern and southwestern US, as well as Europe and China and elsewhere. Some scientists recently basically found that those heat waves, especially in Europe and the US, would have been essentially impossible without the influence of climate change. So what that means is that we have created a world where a heat wave that could not have happened before is now relatively likely, is going to happen more and more. And obviously those heat waves.
So what's the solution? Let's see what their solution is. If they have one yet.
Chance, obviously it's very difficult to predict specific hurricanes and the tracks that they take, but there is a chance that we will see some very strong storms because of that warmer water thanks to climate change.
Yeah,
All right, so you're going to hear a lot about climate change. As you hear about these fires over and over, all you're going to hear is climate change this and climate change that. Yeah, somebody said, why they lying, man? Because it's programming. This is predictive programming. You're going to keep hearing this. And all of the news channels are going to start speaking the same language. Climate change, climate change, climate change. You're going to keep hearing that. It's going to be repetitive. And then it's going to become normal. So when you want to do certain things, they're going to say, oh, man, due to climate change, we're going to have to take these products off the market. Due to climate change, yeah, the gas fueling cars, anybody who wants to drive a regular car with gas in it, they're going to say, hey, man, you know, we're leaning more into the electric car age, you know, saying y'all still living like the Flintstones. Anybody who want to hold on to, you know, anything that's outside of artificial intelligence, because that's what it's coming to. I'm telling you, it's all connected. It's all an agenda. Yeah, they got direct energy weapons. It's all planned, right? Somebody said they walk into the office and read the scripts and they're given. It's sad. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said, yeah, they be cloud seeding. I mean, look, we can go online and pull up all kind of weird anomalies that they've done in the sky. And seriously, and ladies and gentlemen, let's get the likes up on the video. Let's get the likes up on the video. When you brothers and sisters get a chance, I really want you to research HAARP, HAARP. And you can see that they have weather control weapons. But all my Hawaiian brothers and sisters, you are from the tribe of Naphtali. Your people are very spiritual people. Very spiritual people. I had a buddy that lived out of Hawaii. He lived in Hawaii for a while. And he was telling me how majestic it was. That was the word he used to explain the people out there. How the people were insightful. How they had a sense of kindness with them. And how he's seen things in Hawaii. Like, you know, and I'm talking about spiritual anomalies. The brother was telling me about it. How he's seen spiritual anomalies out living in Hawaii. And I always wanted to visit there. And it seems like everywhere there has been vacation spots, you know, these type of things be happening, man. Huge fan. Thank you for the $5 contribution, says Newbreed, just out of curiosity, brother, what makes you think is not God's judgment? There's crazy stuff happening everywhere. Well, what makes me believe that is not God's judgment in this circumstance is because they're pushing the agenda of climate change. That's what gave it away, bro. And I've been following the world forums and what they've been trying to push within the last 2 years. I've been actually watching these world forums, and I was wondering how they were going to push this agenda. I've been wondering. And now with the wildfires, they're using it as a way to usher this climate change thing out. So the reason why I believe personally, and you have the right to believe what you would like to believe, but personally, I believe that these people are being attacked because I also know that those are Israelites over there. And the fact that the rescue took so long and there was no warning and there was no evacuation, it just seems to me like it was strategically done. And honestly, watching this broadcast, I pretty much answered your question. You know, when you're watching the broadcast, I'm pretty much giving you reasons why the entire time, why I see it the way I see it. So hopefully that answered your question, man. Christina Lux, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, I know it ain't much, but thank you for getting me through these dark times. God bless. King. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Absolutely. I appreciate the support. Somebody said, right. It's right in our face and put out by the Hawaii government about smart cities. Wow. For real? I didn't know they were saying that about smart cities. Angie, you might have to share that source with me. Hold on now. Let me see. Hawaii Smart City Solution. Hawaii Intelligent Transportation Solution. Is this new? That's crazy. Hold on. I don't see anything new about that, but I seen something 5 years ago that was talking about Hawaii was talking about smart cities. And 4 months ago, Hawaii Intelligence Office countering solutions. Yeah, I see some stuff up there. Nothing new from the government, though. I don't see anything new where the government stands up and says anything. Like recently, Jamaica, another vacation spot. Recently, Jamaica had announced that, they was going to go full blown digital for currency. That, the minister, I don't know what he's called. I want to say, is he a prime minister? What is the leader of Jamaica called? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a prime minister. I may be wrong, but he may be just the president. I believe he's a president. Jamaican president. He said that get ready for the AI. He was telling his people in Jamaica, hey, we're gonna go full-blown digital, which means, more than likely somebody had to sit down with him. Somebody said, yeah, they're going to take the land and make their first smart location. I don't know about that. I don't know. I have to look into that. I don't see any sources on that. Them making it the first smart city, Hawaii being the first smart city. I don't know about that. But I will say they're pushing this climate change thing. And you never know. Before Jamaica said we're gonna go full-blown digital, you never know, y'all. The world powers could have sat down with the Jamaican president. Look, if you don't go full-blown digital, hey, there's gonna be some wildfires coming, if you know what I mean. There's gonna be some wildfires here, if you know what I mean. You never know, man. These people operate, man, they operate in intimidation and everything, bro. So you just never know. But I mean, it kind of is what it is, man. I got some business to take care of today, y'all. This was a New Breed News brief. I am coming back later this evening, tonight. So turn those post notifications on. I'll be back. I got work to do today, man. I got some business I got to take care of. I'm going to go live on this channel again tonight, and I'm going to go live on my other channel tonight because it's so much going on in the world. But, I'm a very, very busy man. I got a lot going on right now. And ladies and gentlemen, if y'all haven't signed up to attend our Day of Repentance, our National Day of Repentance in DC, make sure you go on to y'allwoulgather.us and pull up before it's too late. All right. Because I believe August 14th was the last day for booking as far as getting your room at the discounted rate. But if you still want to pull up, you can pull up. And you know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing. But if you want details on it, if you're in the DC area, September 2nd, pull up. You can get the details on y'allwoulgather.us. But anyway, thank y'all, brothers and sisters. We got to do something for the people in Hawaii. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to figure something out with the love note system for the people in Hawaii. So support us, newbreed.love. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to see what's needed. We're going to talk with brothers and sisters and see what we can do for the people out there and see if we got somebody we can reach out to out there to see what's the most needed, what's the most needed asset right now out there. And we're going to work something out. So support the work at newbreed.love. Get yourself some love notes. We're going to do something towards Hawaii. All right. And I'm going to build with my brothers a little bit later and we're going to make it happen. But thank y'all, man. All praises to the Most High. Y'all stay safe out here. With that being said, shalom and peace.